might not see the outcomes, we might see the clues, but when you plant a seed, it's gotta grow before it blooms. Oh.
Yo, sustainable farmer Drew, garden of gardens, sacred herbs and botanicals. I'm gonna do a quick one. I got people over here, so I kind of can't talk to you for too long. But who likes long videos anyway? I'm gonna talk to you about this plant here. Hopefully that comes through, and another one over there. So it's off the back. Hopefully you can see that. What I'm gonna do, this is called Sonchus oleraceus, commonly known as a Sowthistle. It's not a true thistle, and we'll talk about that. But I'm gonna turn it around because I can see the video better, and hopefully you can see the plants better too. Okay. Alrighty. So Sonchus oleraceus in the Asteraceae family, the daisy family, one of the most common plants and flowers in the world. They're composite flowers. Let me see. Yeah, I think we'll see some. Well, you can see the blooming here, and yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna jump right into this. So this is Sonchus oleraceus. There's about 3 different Sonchus species that typically are found in the tropical areas, at least I can say in Florida and Hawaii, as Sonchus oleraceus, this one, Sonchus asper, which is spiny Sowthistle, and Sonchus arvensis. So the way the arvensis and oleraceus, this one, are very similar. The inflorescence is really the difference, the texture of the leaves and the height of the plant. So on the arvensis, the flowers are much bigger. They're dandelion like, so they're much larger when they bloom. The leaves are a lighter color and more fragile. They're more like a lettuce texture. These are a bit more leathery and rough, and the plant is higher, taller. So this is a pretty high plant, I'd say. I gotta use feet, sorry for all my international friends there, but I'd say it's at least 1.5 feet right now, maybe even 2 feet high. So about 24 inches. I'm sorry, 24 inches. Anyway, to get into its uses, I don't want to take too long on this. Sonchus oleraceus stout thistle is not a true thistle, as I said, real quick. The stem is rather is somewhat square. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of. And also the lobes extend past the stem. On the asper, they cusp and they have spines on them. These aren't spines, they look like spines, and these are deeply lobed leaves that are lanceolate to oblanceolate in shape. So they all kind of have this texture. And the stems are used as a sedative and tonic, and you can use the latex in the plant. And speaking of latex, the Sowthistles are one of the only exceptions of plants that white sap is acceptable. So this does produce white sap, and I'll show you that in a second. And the sap can be used for warts. So you can juice this plant, and it's used as a cleaning and healing agent for ulcers. And the leaves you can use as a poultice for inflammation, swellings. And generally this plant can be used all around the world. It's found all around the world as well, in at least 55 countries. Considered a weed, but and it's used for things like headaches, general pain, diarrhea, menstrual problems, fever, hepatitis, salmonella infections, eye problems, liver infections, and rheumatism. And also it's edible, so that's commonly what I use it for, is a pot herb. The larger, older plants you can use as you want to boil them for 10-15 minutes. The young, tender leaves you can eat raw or in salad, and that's that. Also, I wanted to point out this plant, which looks very similar. Much smaller to the ground, and it comes up on a, you might think this is dandelion, and you might have thought that was dandelion. The difference here is that these produce multiple stalks, as you can see, and at the end it's highly divided, and then it has these small individual yellow flowers. It's also in the Asteraceae family. This is Crepis japonica, also known as Youngia japonica, or false hawksbeard is commonly known. Also a great edible. And China, there's a study done in China that I know about in 2003 that shows in a hot water extract that it's a great anti-cancer and antiviral agent. It shows that it inhibited proliferation of leukemia cells. So you can see the oleraceus here and the Crepis japonica here is a great edible. They're both good in salads. One of the things with the, I'm going to show you real quick, I have some here that I pulled, and I kind of laid this out. The two leaves, this is the oleraceus, has a tinge of purple as well. It can be kind of like more blue tones than the other two species as well. And this is, you can see the difference in the leaves. Yeah. So this is japonica and this is oleraceus, and this is the stem, which is also hollow on the Crepis japonica. It's a hollow stem. This one is more round than the other one, and generally with this the leaves go all the way up the stem. Dandelions don't do that. Dandelions, actually, the difference between this and that and this one here is dandelions are low to the ground like this, maybe a little lower, in a rosette pattern, and only comes up on one stalk and then has one flower. As you can see, these have multiple flowers. Also on the leaves, especially the older leaves of this, there's typically on the margins, I don't know if you can see that, a tinge of brown. So you want to look out for that as well. Oh, and then one of the things I wanted to show you is that it does produce a white milky sap, and hollow stem as well on the Sonchus or oleraceus. So yeah, other than that, that's all I got for today. I just wanted to share those with you. If you find them, they grow all around the world, so hopefully you can find, there's a lot of other stuff in here I'm just seeing now, but go ahead and eat some raw, or cook them up in a pot, or as a pot herb, or in a stew or whatever. And if you need them medicinally, hopefully some of the information I've given you will come in handy in the future. So until next time, aloha, peace, love, mahalo.
We might not see the outcomes, we might see the clues, but when you plant a seed, it's gotta grow before it blooms. Oh.